That would only slow me down.
Keeping those exiles on their toes, are you? Don't be a stranger.
Back into the ground with you. Life is nothing without death.
Keeping those exiles on their toes, are you? Always a pleasure.
I tell you to come to San, and here you are. Put the stray puppy down, boys.
That would only slow me down. That would only slow me down.
Keeping those exiles on their toes, are you? Until next time.
Maramor Patua greets you. I give you this, in recognition of Clarissa's return. She is the heart of this place, the only exile I've ever seen laugh in this twisted city's face. General Gravisius demands absolute obedience from his blackguards, meaning he's surrounded himself with cowards and lackwits unable to lift a finger without orders. If you are able, traverse the river and murder Gravisius in his own barracks. You'll be ripping the very mind from the skulls of our enemies. Clarissa will weep for Tolman. She must. The cloud is darkest before the rain. It's an often-told story among the Karui, how Vol of Thebris bent his knee to my ancestor King Kaum and promised freedom in return for war, while Vol raised his Purity Rebellion in the heart of the Empire. Kaum took Lord Lion-Eye's head and the southern coast all the way to the Siren's Cove. It was the greatest conquest the Karui had ever seen. If I knew how to cross the river safely, I'd be wearing Gravisius's head on my belt. Talakura.
I'll miss the boy, but I would have missed Clarissa more. Argan's the name. Welcome to dirty old Sarn, the metropolis of opportunity. The opportunity to make something of yourself, or the opportunity to have a very messy death. I was Clarissa's guardian angel back in Oriath. Put food on the table in return for a bit of light work. I try to keep her out of trouble as best I can here, but Sarn's full of secrets, and Clarissa's full of curiosity. She's just so ample, is our Maramor. In my mind, you'll find no saucier specimen of womanhood. It's the tattoos and that fancy talk she does. Intoxicating. She's a cool one, though. Gravisius is the mailed and bloodied right hand of Dominus, and I thought the Templar were meant to be spiritual men of deepest humanity. You notice the sarcasm in my tone, right? Had to smuggle a fellow out of Theopolis once. Got a bit too friendly with Gravisius's wife, he did. Every blackguard was out on the streets looking for him, so I had to think lateral like. We took to the drains and didn't put our heads above the pavement until we sniffed the sea. A grubby bloody job it was, but worth it for the coin he paid. Trust me, The sewers is the only way you'll sneak up on old General Iron-Ass, and you'll need a key to get in there. Have a chat to Clarissa about that. Now, I'm no history scholar, but I know that Emperor Chittus was overthrown by Vol of Thibris roughly 2.5 centuries ago in a so-called Purity Rebellion. Vol was the shortest reign of any Eternal Emperor, about 5 years. The twist sort of that.
Always a pleasure.
Poor Tolman. I made this bracelet for him when he first arrived here. Idiot said he'd never take it off. I called him a liar. He didn't, though. Not once. I need to give you something. I asked a lot of you out there in the slums, more than I should have. You tried, and that's all we exiles can ever hope to do. Those keys unlock the gates to the sewers. Tolman found them. Figure that in the worst of times, people will hide their wealth in the worst of places. We were never game to test his theory. Not with the Undying down there. But you're strong. Stronger than any of us here. I don't think you need to fear the dark. Sorry, I need some more time to think. We'll talk soon, I promise. Watch yourself.
Clarissa pesters me with pity once more. There's only so much broth, so many bouquets that a man can take. For a criminal, she has a strangely soft center, that one. I walked halfway across this forsaken continent because of an ode. Of jewels and eternity, it's called. For twinkled promises of jewels and eternity, the gemling queen gave her heart and body to the king of shades for one more day in the sun, the last day in the sun. That's but a portion of the full epic. The gemling queen lived, and she's the enigma behind the fall of the Ezomites and the Eternals both. Look to the Solaris Temple to the northeast. Find the Gemling Queen's remains before piety does, and destroy them. Maramoa's sure of herself, and that kind of surety gets you killed in Sarn. You and all those around you. Hagen's got the right idea. Don't believe in anything that you can't trade or eat. I wouldn't rely on Hagen in a fight, and I wouldn't put too much faith in what he says. But he has one highly useful asset. His obsession with self-preservation. If Hagen deems you of use in keeping his fat self alive, he'll do almost anything for you. Death came to town. The roaring Ezomites wore red. The red of blood. The red of the fray. Death came to town. The crying Ezomites were black, the black of disease, the black of dismay. Death came to town. The silent Ezomites wore grey. The grey of twilight. The grey of decay. Only the Isles of Scoth were spared. Once a backwater of my proud civilization, now all that remains of the Ezomites. I tried to penetrate the Solaris Temple in the northeast. Almost got myself killed by the bloody ribbons that guard the place. Bizarre, floating tapestries they are, creatures of cloth and thaumaturgy. Fortunately, a few legionnaires got in the way. While the ribbons eviscerated them, I ran straight into Gravisius. He dragged me over the bridge to the Lunaris Temple in the west and put me in Piety's tender care. Didn't say a single word to me the whole time. I was nothing but a spoil of war to him. Tread carefully, Exile.